Hi, Phil from Basketball Shot Coach here again, just to give you a bit of an explanation of how the Form Finder came about. So I've been working for 20 years on specialist shooting coaching with players who have a number of different common shooting flaws. Some of the ones I see more often are players who have left eye dominant right hand shooters, or right eye dominant left hand shooters, which their brain gathers more information from that side of their body, so they naturally want to bring the ball across to the wrong side of their body because they feel they can aim the ball a lot better that way. But what that does to your shooting mechanics isn't worth doing as far as the improvements in aiming that you get from moving the ball across the wrong side of the body is very inefficient. So generally the players that are very keen on their basketball and practice every day, those habits become more ingrained and they're harder to get out of. Other common issues I see is a two-motion shot where players start with the ball, go pause at the face, or sometimes pause at set point and then continue the shot. So again, that's a very difficult one to get out of. Another common error is poor timing and rhythm and flow and speed, particularly younger players who aren't super strong. They need to generate power through increase in speed. So that's why I invented the Form Finder. So let's address the common one where the players who cross hand-eye dominance. So for a right-hand shooter who's left-eye dominant, if we were to position the Form Finder in the middle, towards the middle of their torso like that, they could actually use it, make a noise and shoot incorrectly and keep ingraining their bad habits. However, if we move it towards the back, then if they try and shoot their typical way, it won't make a noise until they move their arm onto that shot plane, which is a much more efficient shot plane where all of their levers are in a nice straight line. So that's the benefit of using it for that common shooting flaw. For players who tend to shoot a two-motion shot where body goes down, ball comes up and they shoot from the face or from set point, if you permit them to use their elbow, they can still do that. So they can go 1, 2. And the problem with that is that the ball loses all momentum at the shoulders, face, and you have to then overcome inertia and generate power again. And that's when younger players particularly realise, okay, there's no momentum on the basketball here. I'm not going to make the distance unless I find power from somewhere. And the last remaining place to find power from at that point is generally to thumb it with the guide hand. Okay, so if we can have that ball travel through the face, through the shoulders, through set point with some significant speed and acceleration on it, then the body knows I don't need to thumb it. It can be a pure one-handed shooting motion. So the rules on that are make the player make the noise, not with their elbow, but lower down with the inside of their wrist near their hand. Body ball down together and then through. So that helps get a player out of that habit. If they're a slow shooting action, then you'll hear a slow noise such as like that, and that would probably be an air ball short. But if you can increase the speed, so then you're increasing the power through increasing the speed. So those common shooting flaws, I don't know any better way to help a player get out of those habits, because if I ask a player to go home and do their best to try not to do those habits that they've done thousands and thousands of times before, muscle memory, subconscious just takes over. So having this on is just like having me standing there next to you saying, don't count that rep, it didn't make a noise, okay? So it's been 5 years in the making. I don't know any better way to help players overcome those habits rapidly, develop new muscle memory very quickly. You don't have to become reliant on it. You use it to accelerate your learning of good technique, then you put it away until you need it. Just like tennis players, golfers, form slumps come in from time to time, and then just put on the Form Finder. It gets you back in the groove, gets your rhythm, gets your flow, gets your alignment, and then after 10 or 20 shots, you're back again, you know what you're doing, you don't need to wear it anymore. It's the best device I know for teaching, practicing the right way, mastering the most efficient shooting form for you.